This is the Bitcoin 1 month overview reading for the month of September 2024. It's currently July 17th, 2024, 2:18 p.m. Eastern Time. Bitcoin at the time of this reading is $64,496. That's USD. And the September reading, the September shuffle file was created on June 27, 2024 at 2:13 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the video playing for you in the lower left corner. In this video, we go over the overall trend direction for the month of September. We talk about important chart happenings that we see throughout the month. We give you information about where some possible locations of where the highest high may be or the lowest low may be. And then we give you a couple of the good trades that we see. Then we review the most recent past members only prediction so that you can see what type of information you get in the members only version of this video and also the type of accuracy that we get. Stay tuned for the end of the video so that you can see the review and the proof of that accuracy. So the overall theme and behavior for Bitcoin in September, we have a breakout on a multi-day scale. It's crossed with sideways rotation along key support. We rise to meet the nearest critical resistance on a 1 month chart scale and then fall back down and continue rotating sideways. Behavior around the highest high, we successfully turn resistance into support near the highest high for the month. Behavior around the lowest low, we have a pop and drop, so there's likely more than one low, and we should see like a pretty big move out of it, followed by like a return back down. The highest high and the lowest low, or the highs and the lows for the month, are within close time proximity to each other as well, and we'll get into that in more detail as we progress. Now, we're going to get into the chart behavior as well as timing the highs, the lows, and the best trade opportunities. But before we do that, I just want to make sure you're aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. And we do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. It's a threefold agreement between the universe and anybody utilizing this information for personal gain. Nothing wrong with gaining from this information as long as you are simultaneously helping other people. So the way that you do that is you go to our website, Tarot for Traders, to the resources tab. 5% of all profits should be donated forward to a charity, and 5% of the profits should be donated back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use this app Wise, which is reliable, or you can use crypto. When you click on the crypto tab, you get all these QR codes, so you can donate in a bunch of different cryptos. It leaves you at 90%. That's way more than a stockbroker would ever leave you with. With that said, guys, make sure to follow through on that rule of karma. As long as you do that, the universe considers you an angel investor of the channel. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. It looks pretty much like we're going back and forth we're doing some sideways rotation on key support for the majority of the month, and there should be a pretty sharp drop in there before this breakout that the theme card is talking about. Early part of the month, we're going back and forth between highs and lows, back and forth, and then there's a sharp drop that starts around the 12th, I believe, and it'll continue into like the 17th, the 9th, or the 19th, roughly. Then we get into some like back and forth behavior again, but there's a big move to the upside towards the end of the month. And the possible locations of the highest price level, or the highest high for the month, there are a few locations. Difficult to determine exactly which one, but I will identify which one I think it is in the members only version. There's a possibility of a highest high here around the 1st, 2nd, another one around the 9th, 10th, another one around the 21st, 22nd, the 25th, and the 29th. As far as possibility of lowest lows, one around the 3rd, 4th, one around the 16th, the 17th, the 19th, the 21st, and even a little possibility here on the 25th, 26th, but I think it's probably just a move to the downside and not a low. But we'll get into that in more detail in the members only version. Overall, though, we should end to the upside. And as far as the best trades, there's a pretty good trade right here at the start of the month, so we should have an overbought crest on a multi-day scale here on the 1st. It's a near easily missed crest or peak that we saw often through multiple support levels. So I would open up a partial short position there, and then if I had more opportunity on the 2nd early in the day, I would add to it. There should be an opportunity at the end of the day to close out of that short. You might even be able to close out of a short on the 1st at the end of the day for a day trade if you wanted. But if you don't, you could add to it early in the day on the 2nd, close out of it at the end of the day on the 2nd. And if I'm wrong about that, or you don't want to do a day trade, you have opportunity to close out of it on the cusp of the 4th, 5th. And there's quite a few other trades in here, which I'll get into in the members version. Now we're going to get into review of July to see how we're doing thus far. All right, guys, July is looking really solid. So we had a lowest low on I have it for the 6th. It ends up being what, the 5th? We're off by a day there, but still, look how close we are here, right? And then we come back to it. I have it around it could have been on the 8th, the 9th, or the 10th. and it looks like it ended up being on the 8th. We did have a little bit more of a turnaround here, like another spike down on the 12th, which I said there could have been like another drop on the 11th, 12th, but it ended up just being a spike down. In any case, that was the main trade that we had in the members only version, was to open up a long position here within this red ellipses range, and then close that long position just a few days later, depending on your risk tolerance, either on the 15th, the 16th, or the 17th, which would have been on the highest price level to do it. These were all solid trades, guys, really solid trades. And we had a highest high also here for the 15th, some tricky chart behavior that could shake you out on the 16th, and then another appearance of the highest high on the 17th. We absolutely nailed that, guys. If you're wondering when the July Bitcoin reading was created, the shuffle file was created on May 24th, 2024 at 1:49 p.m. 1:49 a.m. Eastern Time. So really valuable information. If you're interested in the members only version of this video, it's a really great way to support the channel. First off, there's a link in the description to take you to where you can actually sign up for that. You go to our website, Tarot for Traders, hover over Order Now, click on Subscriptions, paid, right in the middle of these three options. Click here to order. $300 a month gets you access to the paid version of all of our monthlies. In the month of September, there's 10. There's generally anywhere between like 7 and 12 every month. Most of them stay the same. Some of them change depending on what's relevant for the month. And it's a great way to support the channel. What you get in the paid version is all of the trades that we see for the month. We also give you the type of chart behavior on a one-day chart to look for as far as entry and exit into and out of those trades. We give you the most likely location to the day of the highest high and the lowest low. We go over cross-reading congruencies as well, so that we can get a better idea or a clearer idea of where the 1 month fits in the greater trend on a one-year chart scale. And then we get into the day-by-day chart behavior, so that you have the sequence of events on a daily basis in case the timing ends up being plus or minus a day here or there. Sometimes that happens. The sequence of events will keep you on track in cases where that does happen. So always follow the sequence of events, look for the chart behavior. We're right most of the time about these trades, guys. Sometimes we're wrong, but most of the time we're right, like 90% of the time, something like that. So don't miss out on this, guys. Great way to support the channel. Much appreciation to everybody that does that. We couldn't put out this free content without you. Much love and appreciation goes out to you. I'll see you guys on the next one.